Leave the bullshit in the past, we never run behind it. I'm too busy spreading the truth, I feel like Cousin Johnny. Never know who's spreading hate, they always done it quietly. Struggle taught me to spread my wings like I was born a pilot. What we talking about, these facts or conspiracies? Facts. Just relax, I'ma give you these views from my point of view. I know what you going through. Trust me, I done it too. We know you uncomfortable. This my story, Cousin Johnny, let me run it through. This my story, Cousin Johnny, let me run it through. We tired of they little shows, we need something new. This my story, Cousin Johnny, let me run it through.
Tell everybody who you are and where you're from.
Phil, better known as Pskillz from Lafayette. Out here, over here at Cuts From Above. Been here about 3 years. So.
Cuts From Above, man.
Yes,
sir. So, man, tell me, like, how you been managing during this COVID-19 stuff, man?
Man, ain't nothing really we could do, man. It's a shocker. Kind of just managing a little bit better, just chilling it, man. Can't do nothing. You know, I was always told to be prepared for a rainy day, and it just so happened it's been raining for about the last month.
It's been raining for a minute. It's been raining since down March, middle of March.
Yeah, man, but it ain't too bad, you know. You know, I kind of been cutting for a while, so, but a barber who just starting out, you know, it could affect them different, you know, so. To each his own, but ready to get back at it though.
Trust me, everybody ready for you to get back at it, man.
Time getting short, my patience getting low.
Right, we out there rough, man. Everybody rough, man.
Me too. Clients can't get no cut, I ain't gonna get none either, so.
Right. Hey, but the thing is, you're a barber, so you know how to cut.
Yeah, but I thug it out with them.
You thug it out with them? You don't walk around in fresh up?
Nah, man, my patience getting slim, so I know they feeling it, because I'm ready to get this off my head.
Man, you and me too. Hey, I shave myself, dude. That's the only thing. But the beauty, I need that line up bad.
I heard that, my brother.
So with the COVID-19, you know, barbers not being able to work and really ain't had a set date on when y'all gonna be able to return to work. Like, man, I know you say you pretty much straight. What's some advice you got for some new barbers that's maybe just coming into the game that didn't prepare for a rainy day like this or didn't think it would ever come?
Man, just my method every day. I don't spend nothing I make that day. I let it go out through the whole week and treat it like a paycheck. Then once the end of the week hit, I branch off what I have to branch off as far as bills, this go to save. And me personally, I'm cheap. I can make $100 stretch, you know, after bills and stuff paid. You know, if it's something I don't need, I'll wait it out, man. I was always taught if you can't purchase it twice, you don't need it right now.
Yeah, this face.
So I always try to save every week, you know, and put my bill money aside and, you know, just never know what could happen. Because this was spur of the moment. We found out 5 o'clock on a Friday and we got till midnight that night to cut it out. So never know when something like this can happen again, man. So if you make it all this day, don't go and spend everything you made this day. Knowing that, yeah, you can make it back the next day, but don't look at it like that. Treat it like it's a legit job, because it is a legit job.
Truly.
You paying yourself at the end of the week.
Yeah, that's fair. I heard you say y'all found out at 5 o'clock that day and y'all had to 12 o'clock to cut out. Did y'all see a big influx in traffic? It was kind of like...
Well, we work by appointment, so I already had people set for Saturday.
Right, so they just came in there Friday.
So I got who I could get in after my people who was already down for Friday. I couldn't get everybody in, but I did what I could.
I got you. So, man, how you got into the barber game? Like,
man,
how long you been cutting hair?
I started cutting hair my senior year of high school. I graduated in 2012. I'm 25. I'm young. Right. So reason I started, man, my parents didn't want me to work. They wanted me to focus on school, but I wanted to buy things and have my own money. So I started cutting hair under the carport, charging $5 extra to go to the house. We outside on the porch sweating, scabbing people up. Then I eventually went to school. I went to Southern for a year. I had academic scholarship and whatnot. I'm cutting in the dorms and whatnot, and transferred over to UL for a semester, still cutting, doing house calls. Then while I'm at UL, I found out about an apprenticeship barber program, and they had a chair open at the first shop I was at called King's, and Randy, who was the owner at the time, he kind of talked me into, you know, man, instead of going to people's house, you come cut them over here, try them out. So I did that for a couple of weeks, and I liked it. So then went all in, man, just took that leap of faith and risked it all. I ain't never looked back.
Hey, it worked out for you.
It worked out, man. It worked out.
So, man, you got a few years under your belt.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah, it was what,
67.
2014 I started cutting in my first shop. So we 2020 now, so.
So when you first started cutting, you ever skinned a few people, or it was like natural? Because, you know, some people got that natural gift.
I pretty much, majority of the things I learned on my own, just kind of learned other techniques and whatnot and how to fine tune it a little bit, but everything else was pretty much self-taught, man. And I get bored fast, so every few months I'm changing up my steps and how I cut so I don't get bored. I'm always trying something new.
I mean, I was fading the dad. Come here, Dad, let me get this fade.
My dad head just like yours.
Oh, man, so never mind, you can't learn on him. You don't learn on the part that grow back and line that up. And then let the other part just be bald, so man.
Yeah, man.
So man, it's a lot of barbers around Lafayette, and not just around Lafayette, but in the world in general. And it's definitely a hot profession, so man, tell me what separates you from, you know, the other barbers. I know you definitely say you're a no enhancement barber.
Man, enhancements, man, I don't have no knock against them. It's just some people overdo it. You know, you could put a little bit, not necessarily a dye, can't be a dye, or the fibers or whatnot on the edge up, you might be thinning out, you know, that's understandable. But when you get to putting it all in the fade and all this, it's too much, man, because it looks good right then and there, but once your client go home and wash his hair or whatever, the next day, all your flaws go show. So enhancements could technically hide flaws too. If you mess up, you can cover it up. You know, it don't show in the mirror, but the next day, you'll see everything that's there.
Because, man, let me give you a funny story, man. I was younger, and I started thinning early, probably around like 19, 20. And I went to a ball, man. I had a wedding to go to, and I'm thin up here at the top. That's why I went bald. Yeah. Man, so I got a fade. Fade was fire, but the line was a little thin. So they sprayed that black ice at the time. So ain't gonna lie, line was crispy. But I went to the wedding and started dancing and sweating. And one of my cousins came to me like, hey, cuz, your line up leaking a little bit in the front. So as I went to look at it, I could tell that, you know, I had a bald spot showing, and I had a little black stuff dripping out. It looked like little Jerry curl juice. Man, I had to go, man, bro, I wanted to go home, but I couldn't because the reception, you know, they gonna call you back up there, and you gotta walk with the person you walked in the wedding with. So, man, your barber should have told you how to conduct yourself, you know, at the wedding. I should have rushed him in ocean, you know, something or limit your activities at the wedding. You know, try not to sweat. Right. Hey, I was in there loose as a goose. I heard that, man. Hey, that line was too, boy. Oh yeah, it ran away. So man, as far as cuts, you know, I done seen you working. I know you're a monster with it. What's more your style, or what's a lot of cuts that, you know, a lot of your clients like to get from you? Man, pretty much whatever I start posting, they gonna want it. Right. So a lot of times, you know, it come in different phases. You know, you can have, like we went through the era recently where majority of the teenagers and 20-year-olds want to let their hair grow out and rock the fade, you know, with the sponge. I got you. You know, that was kind of cool, but then everybody wanted to do it, so like every haircut is that. Right. Now I'm like, man, I gotta stop posting this. Post something different, you know, make them change it up. Then you got some people, it's like, all right, man, it's too long, it's getting wild, whatever, you know. So now everybody getting into the wave, so I'm kind of happy about that. It's easy, but then they come with the wave grease. It'll mess the clippers up. But all in all, man, I like them all. My favorite is that Ivy Lee and your haircut. Right, easy. Quick. So when we say haircuts, I'm gonna say it for you because I know a lot of barbers don't want to see it. What you say for them people that come into the barber shop with a picture of Drake haircut and tell you they want that for their son, and hair looking like Kevin Durant? Yes, sir. Kevin Durant, naps rolled up like a damn ant powder on his head. They want you to give them the Drake fade.
I'm not a magician. I can do the best I can, you know, towards that look, but I can't make no promises. You know, that fade, I can fade it in that style, but how the hair look, I can't change the texture.
Can't change the texture.
Nah, I can't change the texture.
Have you ever had a situation where somebody brought you a picture and wanted you to do it, and after they seen it, they was upset?
Nah, because I warned them beforehand.
Right.
I let them know I could do the fade, but it ain't gonna look like that. You know, majority of the time they say, I know, but I know they wanted it to be like that. But I do what I can, man.
I feel that, man. So, have you ever been to any barber awards or anything as far as that?
Man, I'm not really one to compete. You know, I've done showcases where it's like people just watch and spectate, but it's not really judges. But as far as that, man, I won an award with the Southern Tea a couple years ago for favorite barber. But as far as awards, that's my only one, man. I stay out the scene. I'm a behind the scenes type of guy. You know, maybe in the future, you know, opportunity come about. But as of right now, you know, open to all options.
I feel it, man. Stay out the way.
Yeah, man. Last big barber show I went to, outside of Broner Bros, which is, you know, based out of Atlanta. And I've been to Phoenix for a battle. I also showcased there. And that was my first time going that far out west, so it was nice. So I had a couple barber friends from other cities. We all met up out there and, you know, just socialized. And actually, one of my close barber friends, he cuts out of Dallas. He got a lot of celebrity clientele. So just so happened while we was out there, one of his clients is a tight end for the Cardinals in Phoenix, and they played Dallas. So he went cut him up at the condo and hooked us up with like family passes and everything. So that was an experience I never experienced as far as going to games where you just walk in and sit down. We got like behind the scenes and whatnot.
That's love, man. That's love for real.
It's nice, man.
So I know you got a big following on Instagram, and I recently seen not too long ago you got sponsored by Walls. So kind of talk me through that process, how that came about, and you know everything that you know comes with that.
Man, just so happened when I first got into cutting hair, Wall became my favorite brand. That was really the first set of clippers I really learned everything about as far as clippers and trimmers. So since I've been in a shop, I always favored Wall. So just so happened they started a select program where they get a group of people and they become ambassadors for the company. And every month they send you products and you just advertise and promote for the company. So this is year 2. I just re-signed the contract a few months ago. So we'll start getting stuff in. You know, normally everything gets shipped to the shop, but since we closed, everything on halt. But they've been staying in contact with us. Actually, we talked today, and they're working on sending us some stuff and whatnot. So we'll see, man.
That's love, man. Did they kind of look at your Instagram work and stuff and kind of reach out to you, or?
Yeah.
That means you're making some noise, man, and not just in the city, just everywhere.
Trying, man.
So, man, I know you say your name Pskillz and everything. How did you come up with the name? Or where did you get the name Pskillz from?
Man, I got the name probably in 5th or 6th grade, middle school.
Oh, well, you weren't even cutting it, so hold on.
I wasn't even cutting it. Man. Actually, somebody I was in school with, it was like, man, you know what your nickname should be? Pskillz. You do everything. At the time, man, I was into sports, every sport. Drums. I've been playing drums since I was in the 4th grade. 8 years old, and actually, still to this day, I still dive in it. You know, it's one of my talents. I kind of
you like drums? I never knew that.
Outside of Instagram, you know.
Never knew that, man.
Yeah, man, I was a big time, still am big time band head. That was part of why I went to Southern. Because you know the history with Southern and band.
Music.
But yeah, man, that's my second life outside of cutting hair is music.
Man, I never knew you was big in the drums and stuff like that, man.
Yeah, man. So I just kept the name and all the way up to now with cutting hair.
Man, you can't go wrong with it, man. I find out a lot of stuff I ain't even know, man.
A lot of people don't. Unless you like personally know me like since before cutting hair, like we came up through like school together. You know, outside of that, you wouldn't know. So majority like the Instagram world, they don't know. Cause I got on Instagram when it first came about. I want to say it started my senior year. So like some of my first few posts was me cutting house calls. So if you go on my page and scroll all the way down,
man, you got a lot of stuff.
You'll find some. You'll find some throwback stuff. I never really deleted nothing.
Right.
I always kept it to always go back and remember where I came from and how I started.
I like that, man.
So sometimes I'll get caught up just scrolling. And I'm like, man, like.
Come from them trenches, man.
Yeah, man, gotta start somewhere.
Streets, man, I'll tell you what, the hood protect the barber. I'll tell you what, that's one person they won't rob.
Nah.
They look out for the barber.
Yeah, just don't mess their head up.
Don't mess their head up. But if you fired, if you rob the barber, they'll find out rob the barber.
Yeah, man. Barber is like the biggest thing in the neighborhood,
man.
man.
Facts. It true love.
You like the snow cone lady and the snack lady.
Right. You know where you at.
Know where you at, man.
All times, man.
Definitely.
So tell me, what's next for Pskillz, man?
Ah, man.
Where you see yourself in another year or two?
Man, just trying to grow the brand, man, as myself. You know, I often get asked, you know, if I want to start my own shop. I still never really decided on it yet. I'm like Michael Jordan and Kobe, man. I'm hard. I ain't gonna just let anybody in there. If I see some trash, I'm gonna tell you about it, you know. So that's part of another reason why and whatnot, man. But I'm trying to think of like a product to come up with and do it right, man. Just something I've really been thinking about. Also, I really want to announce it, but that's my task for the rest of this year is to focus on getting that started.
I got you. I feel it.
For next year. Something to kind of bring in, you know, extra income and whatnot that a lot of people kind of been asking me to do. But I want to do it this way. So let's go get in the works real soon.
I feel it, man. That's love. It's all about, man, being an entrepreneur and owning your own thing, man.
Yeah.
I don't think we realize how much opportunity we truly be having out here, man.
Yeah. But whenever the shop, if it do come about, man, I got the name and everything done. Business account and everything. I just got to start it.
Oh, man. So you ready, man?
Just in case if it do happen, you know, it's already done.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
You just got to pull the trigger on it.
So I don't know.
Got a name and everything already done.
I don't know if I want big shop, small shop, but whenever it happens, it'll happen. No rush.
I feel it, man.
But just know if it do, it's gonna be some cold.
It's gonna be some heat.
It's gonna be some heat in there, man.
I'm Scotty.
Beam me up.
Man, you may see me in there for real.
Yes, sir.
Hey, low key, I always wanted to learn how to cut out, man. And
you told me that a few times.
And you know I be buying clippers and everything like that barber, man.
And you buy like the good barber clippers.
Good barber clippers.
Like you got clippers that's better than some barbers I know. Like man, he don't even have that.
He had it right.
You don't even cut hair. You got like top of the line, man.
I gotta be official. I gotta be ready. Matter of fact, I want to get on that. Why people, you know, don't pump money into their profession, man? You know, clippers is how you make your money.
Yeah.
You can't go out there and get them liners from Walmart.
Nah.
They get hot after 2 minutes.
But sometimes, man, you can have like some old clippers or some cheap clippers. You know how to cut.
Right.
You can make do with what you got. Right. The clipper don't make the barber. Now it can make your job easier. Right. You know, but you gotta understand the clipper as a whole first.
If anybody looking to get a fresh cut after this COVID-19 over, what can they find you on Instagram, social media, and everything?
Man, just Pskillz, PSKILLZ_337. And on there, I have the book, the little book tab. You just click that and go to my website and just schedule, man. Now, I do it 1 week at a time. That way I can kind of control. You know, I don't open it up for the whole month. I don't know what may happen, as you can see.
Right. Hey, that's a point.
But, yeah, it opens every Saturday leading into the new week, man. It's going to be busy once this stuff over with.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
It's going to be a little different, though, but we got to adjust, you know, for the meanwhile. But once everything kind of get back to normal, you know, we'll be back in stride, man.
I wasn't being here cutting them and walking in, it's going to look like a dentist office. And you behind with a mask, cable, and everything.
Yeah, all kind of different stuff we got to do. But we be back to cutting.
Right,
so.
back to cutting, back to money, so I respect that, man.
Definitely, man. Hopefully, we get back soon.
Right, I hope so. Man, I appreciate your time coming out here, especially with the virus and everything going on. And
all good, man.
Giving jewels, you know, and dropping knowledge on the barber game, man. We definitely appreciate you.
For sure, my brother.
All
good, man.